It started as nothing more than a joke, a boy saying the word 67 in a low-quality clip that spread around the internet. At first it was harmless, something people would laugh at, trim, remix, and move on. But like many things online, it began to change. Edits appeared where his face looked wrong, his eyes held for a second too long, or his mouth stretched wider than it should. Small glitches in the background, shadows where no shadows belonged. At first people thought it was just creative editing. Then the edits kept coming from accounts that swore they never touched the file. Soon it was everywhere. Meme pages, dark corners of TikTok, even forums that rarely touched internet trends. People noticed whispers under the music, tiny static bursts that were not part of the original clip. Some began reporting nightmares of the boy standing at their door, repeating 67 until they woke up. Others found the image burned into frames of unrelated videos. It no longer felt like one joke, it felt like something watching back. Then came the funk edits, videos of the boy labeled as SCP-067, with visuals showing him consuming planets, swallowing the earth in a single motion, the beat shaking as if the sound itself was warning of his power. At first it seemed like exaggerated fan edits, the kind of thing people do for shock value. But what unsettled viewers was not the exaggeration, it was how natural it looked, as if those edits were not exaggerating at all, but reflecting something hidden beneath the surface, something the internet had awakened. That is when people began to talk about SCP-067 as more than a meme. They called it a modern digital curse, a figure that grows stronger every time it is shared, feeding not just on views but on attention itself. The funk edits became a symbol of that power. He does not just exist in one clip anymore. He exists across platforms, across formats, across the collective imagination. Some dismiss it as nothing more than viral creativity, but others believe the internet has a way of birthing its own monsters. A joke becomes a pattern becomes a presence, and once enough people believe, the presence becomes real. SCP-067 may have started as a boy in a clip, but now, in the minds of thousands, he is a being powerful enough to consume the Earth itself. And if you have watched long enough, if you have heard the static between the beats or felt the pressure of eyes at the corner of your screen, you might already understand. This is no longer just a meme. It is something else, something that grows every time you press play.
Six seven 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 six